This is Bob Barr bringing you another edition of Liberty Guards, Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. Law number one, the world is full of idiots. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to follow Liberty Guard on social media. Many times when we're looking at what idiots deserve recognition as illustrations of laws of the universe, law number one, that the world is full of idiots, is to distinguish between whether the idiot is the person doing something idiotic or people who believe or respond to or support the person doing something idiotic. In other words, is the idiot the perpetrator or the supporters? Well, that's come to our mind here with today's example of Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. Law number one, the world is full of idiots. And you decide, is the idiot Joe Biden, who cannot seem in any of his public appearances, whether it is before a live audience or an impromptu group of reporters or a news conference, cannot seem to follow what's going on and makes very, very clear blunders? Or is it the people who support him, continue to support him? I mean, what the heck? In the latest poll here, or some of the latest polls, still, despite his performance as a president who does not seem at all in control of his faculties, almost 50% of the American public still approves of him. I mean, what are they approving of? They are approving of a president who has his staff cut off his microphone basically in mid-sentence when he may say something that they think will be problematic, or they are approving of a president who, when he was recently during a conference in Europe, walking through a restaurant, and somebody in the restaurant asked or shouted out a question to him, and he turned to answer them. His wife, Dr. Jill, noticed that he was going to say something, so she quickly rushed to his side, grabbed his hand, and pulled him away so that there would be no risk that he would say something idiotic. Basically like a school marm, pulling the hand of a child away from a class or recess because they're misbehaving. And you all have seen the examples probably of sputtering out wrong numbers while giving a news conference, losing his train of thought if he had it in the first place, reading the teleprompter instructions, end of message, for example. All of these things illustrate beyond any reasonable doubt that President Joe Biden is not fit to serve in any office, much less the most important office in our land, if not the world, the President of the United States. He doesn't know what's going on. His staff knows that he does not know what's going on and manipulate him. His wife, Dr. Jill, knows that he is not in control of his faculties and constantly has to protect against him saying something that might illustrate once again that he is not in control of his faculties. So that is idiotic, but it is even more idiotic, I suppose, that almost half the American people, voters, still support this, that the American people still support, at least about half of them still support somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, this is beyond idiotic. It's dangerous. But it is the fact of the day. It is what we're faced with. And everything we can do to change that certainly through elections to elect a Congress that can rein him in or at least control what he's doing to some extent. We won't have a chance to change the presidency until 2024, but we need to do something to limit this damage. It's really getting idiotic. Thank you for being with us today for Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. Law number 1, the world is full of idiots, and our idiots of the week. And we look forward to your being with us next week for another edition of the show brought to you by Liberty Guard. Thank you. This is Bob Barr, and I'd like to thank you for having checked out our program here today, Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. We appreciate your support, your participation, and encourage you to go to libertyguard.org to learn more about our programs and also to help support to further individual freedom and fight against government abuse. One of the ways, but not the only way we do this, is through Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe, but through many, many other programs in support of individual liberty and against government abuse. So please remember to join us. Go to libertyguard.org and join us once again for Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. Thank you.
My name is Matt Strickland. Liberty Guard saved my family business. I spent most of my adult life fighting for my country overseas. When I came home, I became a small business owner and sadly realized that nobody would fight for me. Our state and local government were trying to shut my family business down for good. And that's when I found Liberty Guard. With Liberty Guard's help, we won the battle against government overreach. And now my business is thriving and growing faster than ever.
Stand with Matt and others just like you in the fight against government overreach. Join Liberty Guard today.